Good morning students, welcome back. This is module 3 lesson 2 disinvestment policy. This lesson is big, so for the convenience I divided it into two parts. In the first part we are discussing problems faced by the public sector in India. Then in the second part we are discussing disinvestment, its objectives, disinvestment policy progress and evaluation. So this lesson 2 module 3 is divided into two parts. Now let us start with part 1. In this we are going to discuss problems faced by the public sector in India. Now what is the meaning of public sector, that we will understand. The government owned enterprise is called public sector undertaking, PSU. Public sector enterprises are classified as number 1, central public sector enterprises, CPSE. In these enterprises, the direct hold is of the central government. That means that hold is more than 51% also. Second, state level public enterprises, SLPE. These enterprises have the state governments as a majority shareholders. Most of the investment in SLPE, that is state level public enterprises, are in power and energy sector. As of March 31st, 2017, there were 331 CPSEs, that is central public sector enterprises, out of which 257 were in operation and the rest of 74 CPSEs were under construction. The public sector played an extremely important role in India's economic development. But many public sector units have low productivity, overstaffing, inadequate human resources and low rate of return on capital. So public sectors are facing the problems. Now we will discuss which are the problems faced by the public sector. This can be a separate question. The question can be explain the problems faced by the public sector. So there are 7 problems that we are going to discuss, and these problems are: number 1, mounting losses. Huge investment made in public sector have failed to generate surplus for further expansion. The losses incurred by Air India, BSNL and MTNL together accounted for 55.66% of the total losses incurred by the top 10 loss-making PSEs. So such a huge losses are there, they are faced by the public sector. Second, low productivity. Returns of the unit of capital employed in this sector is much lower than in the private sector and their losses are rising. Third, administrative problems. Administrative problems in public sector enterprises have been caused due to the factors like lack of autonomy to individual units, political interference, lack of accountability, etc. Next, problems related to manpower. Many public sector enterprises have become overstaffed due to the employment generation objective. In many cases, employees are underemployed. In a very large enterprises, lack of proper supervision has led to staff indiscipline. Other manpower related problems are delays in appointment of staff, large scale corruption, etc. The next is underutilization of capacity. In 1991, 46% of the public sector enterprises operated with capacity utilization of less than 75%. This has resulted in huge wastage of public resources. that increase the cost of production and affecting their profit. Next, planning and project execution. Most public enterprises have been set up without proper planning, project appraisal, and cost estimation. Therefore, such enterprises are not economically viable. Very often, the actual cost of the project is far exceed than the original estimate. The faulty project execution has led to huge wastage of resources. And the last problem, pricing policy. Generally, public sector prices are administered prices decided under control and regulation of the government and not guided by the profit motive. In many cases, prices are fixed below the cost of production and have been responsible for their loss-making status. Students, these are the problems faced by the public sector. But when the question will be there, explain the problems faced by public sector, you have to give this public sector in India, then central public sector enterprises, CPSC, state level public sector enterprises, SLPE, and then give all these 7 problems. Again, the pointers are important. Thank you very much.